So there's been some Iron Mouse drama. I've been catching bits and pieces of it. We're about to react to 2 Penguin Zero videos that sums up the whole situation with Iron Mouse. So let's get it.
There's a topic I cover from time to time that always seems to ruffle some feathers and get people squirming in their chairs in anger, because I have less than kind things to say about some of the biggest players in the industry. But I just can't help myself. I can't bite my tongue on it. I'm like Winnie the Pooh poking a beehive because I'm addicted to the honey inside. And in this case, that honey is vindication. For a while now, I have bah-humbugged VTuber agencies. I've seen a lot of the contracts that some of the top talent were locked into with these organizations, and they are extraordinary.
Wait, so they're like specific just VTuber agencies out there? There's not that many VTubers though. For there to be designated agencies for just VTubers, that's kind of crazy, is it not? Because they're using their models. Oh, their loads. Japan. You're right. I'm sorry.
Corrupt. I think the agencies in this space are exploitative, and they treat their talent more like prisoners. It is unbelievable the depths of greed that these agencies in the VTuber space have succumbed to. But before I dive deeper into the spaghetti and the meatballs on my disdain for VTuber agencies in the industry, I would like to give you the catalyst for why I'm talking about it again today. It's because Iron Mouse just made a really sad video about why she's leaving Vshojo. Vshojo being another huge player in the VTuber space. They are a massive agency that's represented some of the top talent.
Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo.
Yo! $500,000? So not only are you not paying her what she's... Isn't that why she did the subathon? When she beat Kai's record? Bro, did you not think you was... What the fuck? Did they think they was gonna hide that? Bro, she publicly beat Kai's record, had the most subs at one time, and said it was all for charity. This is where it's going. Do y'all think y'all was just gonna get away with not giving the money up? Oh no, $500,000 is crazy. Oh my, that's not play money. That's real. That's real deal.
I'm here today.
Wow.
Is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo.
For those that don't know who Iron Mouse is, she is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch in terms of subscribers. She even broke the all-time subscriber record, and she has a primary immunodeficiency disease. She has CVID. So she does a lot of charitable work for this organization, and apparently she's just discovered that Vshojo hasn't fully paid what they owed her personally, and they haven't paid the money that they owe to the charitable foundation that she was fundraising for, something that she does often, but Vshojo is required in this process because they handle her money in certain cases, which is not uncommon in the space. Like, I'm gonna get deeper into like a lot of things with VTuber agencies that I've tiptoed around quite a bit in the past, but I want to like fully go into the weeds of it here.
Have died for less.
But let me just go ahead and explain where that number's coming from, the $500,000 owed to charity that Vshojo still hasn't paid.
They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Damn.
I once again asked Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Vshojo has not paid the charity.
So in a nutshell, Iron Mouse ran a subathon. It was extremely successful and raised a ton of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars for the immune deficiency.
Yeah, it's been damn near a year, because she did her subathon in September, because that's when subs are the cheapest. It's September. You can get a bunch of subs and there's like discounts and shit like that. So
Foundation.
wow.
And Vshojo did pay it out the first time around, but when she came back for the second time the following year, it was even bigger. It broke records and it raised over $500,000 that were supposed to go to the Immune Deficiency Foundation that has still not been paid out to the charitable organization to this day, according to Iron Mouse. Now, I've seen a little bit of confusion, people wondering why would Vshojo even be handling that money in the first place? Why wouldn't it just come directly from Iron Mouse since it's her Twitch? Well, that's where you get into the really stinky territory where in a lot of cases these agencies, they handle the finances of the talent. Like, they put their grubby paws on it before the talent does. So it's not uncommon in the space for the agreement between talent and agency to have
insane.
the agency
Bro,
direct.
I'm not dealing with no agency that gotta touch my money before I do. The only niggas that's touching my money before I do is maybe an accountant. And you have to be a dedicated accountant. You not nobody else's accountant, but like, I mean, you could be somebody else's accountant, but you're not an accountant hired by niggas that work for me. Fuck no. You're an accountant I hired.
Handle like their Twitch subs and their Twitch revenue and their Twitch ads, that kind of thing. And in the full video, Iron Mouse goes deeper into this, so I highly encourage you to check out the full thing for the entire scoop. But in her case specifically, that was actually kind of appealing to her because then she would be able to stay even more private because she really values her anonymity. So having Vshojo involved in that process was actually kind of a big deal to her. And for previous fundraising through Tiltify, it wasn't a problem, but when it came to the subathon money, since it was going through Twitch subs and everything, it meant Vshojo was going to be involved in this process, and the first time it was fine. It apparently went off without issue, but this time, when the money was even higher, well, some kind of screws must have went loose over there at the Vshojo headquarters. I guess that shit just fucking burst into flames or something, and they just haven't got around to it. They're still putting out some fires, and they'll get to it any day now. Vshojo would be responsible for donating that money on her behalf, an obligation that they still haven't fulfilled all this time later, according to Iron Mouse. It's diabolical, withholding over $500,000 to charity, and also withholding money that Iron Mouse is allegedly owed as well. And what's even crazier is how unsurprised I am by it. Now, full disclosure, I didn't know too much about Vshojo's inner workings. That was one of the few agencies I wasn't super privy to on like the behind the scenes of. But I'd always heard good things, but I always had skepticism because of how the industry functions at the agency level from the other ones I know. And this kind of dirty, scummy, greedy business is just so standard for these agencies in the space. It is sickening.
Crazy.
Now, Vshojo is going through big turbulence right now. They're losing some of their top talent, like even before Iron Mouse's video. About a month ago, they made a post about how Giga was going.
Dear community members, we'd like to share that Giga will be parting ways with Vshojo as a incredible matter of Vshojo since she joined in 2023. Her humor, keep her IP, and we wish her any merch on the website will be able to purchase it.
To be departing Vshojo. And then just 48 hours later, they announced Zin would also be leaving Vshojo, one of their original members. So there's definitely been some, curious Georges out there wondering what's going on at Vshojo that's got everyone leaving.
Ready to jump fucking ship.
Vshojo all about? Fun fact, Giga is actually with us at Cheeky now. We're not like a VTuber agency. That's not what I'm trying to get across. Our soap. She really likes our soap, Cheeky soap. So she's partnered with us at Cheeky, and she is an absolute sweetheart. That's what I was trying to get across. The point is, some like really good people have been leaving Vshojo, and now Iron Mouse have dropped this
more than
video
5 VTubers
about
left? Really?
some very
yeah, a lot of niggas might get out of there, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Alleged scummy practices here at the Vshojo corporate level, and I don't know how Vshojo recovers from it going forward. They haven't made a statement yet. It's still a little too fresh as of me making this video. I'm very curious what they're going to say about it. If I had to spitball, I would imagine that their next play will be donating that money to the charitable foundation. I imagine they donate the $515K to the Immune Deficiency Foundation or whatever the exact number was. I bet they'll do that to desperately try and save face.
The only way you can respond is doing because it's nothing. There's nothing that you can say that'll warrant her not being paid, or you giving, at least you giving that charity. Like, you can be like, oh, y'all had certain contracts where this fell through, but there could be no reason at all why you didn't give the charity that money, besides you being fucking greedy.
I don't think the community will respond well to it, because it's very clear that they're just doing it now because of the public pressure that's being exerted on them. I don't know how they move forward with a good reputation. I don't think all of their talent's going to leave overnight. I imagine a lot of those contracts, in fact, I'm confident a lot of those contracts
will not be
lock
renewed.
them down for quite a while, with like some non-disparagement clauses in there and everything. Like, I bet there is a lot of things at play where the talent won't be able to leave even if they really want to. And I can only hope that the community here doesn't start attacking the Vshojo talent for staying, because I imagine in a lot of cases they don't have a choice.
True.
Now, that's kind of the situation in a nutshell, but I want to dive deeper into agencies as a whole. I've kind of teased it a little bit throughout the video. And I know people like to talk about VTubing as a whole, like it's some kind of niche that's not mainstream. That couldn't be further from the truth. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it is so lucrative. And these agencies have swooped in and made sure they are the ones getting the lion's share of that money, and they'll kind of trickle down, drip feed a little milk from their titties to the talent that's under their umbrella. And what's even more disgusting is they fed people shit and gave them a taste for it, an acquired palate, normalizing their greed, where the talent, the ones that are actually gathering the audience, you know, the actual VTubers, they don't see most of the money that they bring in.
Hell no.
The agency does.
Bro, this is what makes me so scared to like get in an agency. You know what I'm saying? The only type of agency I want is a management agency, where if you bring me a sponsor and I do the sponsor, you get 10% of that sponsorship money. If you don't bring me shit, I'm not giving you shit. Literally. That's it. You cannot touch none of my money I make on the back end. Only money you touching is sponsorships money. So if you can bring me a sponsorship, I'll do the sponsorship. You take your 15%, your 10% off top, and we Gucci. If you can get me in these spaces and I can do this and do this and do that, you know what I'm saying? That'd be great too. Find me a way to talk to this person, you know. But other than that, bro, you're not getting none of my money that I make doing shit myself. If you not helping me, you not getting paid. I'm sorry.
That includes merch. That includes their Twitch subs. That includes YouTube revenue.
Yeah,
Pretty
you got me
much
fucked up. You're not touching no YouTube revenue, no
dollars, doubloons in it.
Hell no.
The agency is the one that's got their fingers in it, and the VTuber gets pieces of it. Tiddlywinks. And I think it is so ass backwards. It has always rubbed me the wrong way. So I've always talked very negatively about VTuber agencies, much to the chagrin of the VTuber audience. The audience that watches VTubers is very loyal to their favorite creators in the space. True. So they get very upset when the 5'6" Florida man Neanderthal shoots spitballs at the agency that represents their favorite VTuber, because the community, like the relationship between the agency and the VTuber, is one that's supposed to be built on like a tight connection, like this partnership, almost like a family. But nothing could be further from the truth. It's about as much of a family as like the prison warden is to the prisoners. I just think it's completely unacceptable the way a lot of these agencies treat their talent.
As
I
Kenji
also
says,
think
support the person,
a lot
not the
of
company.
people have been completely misled by them on the industry as a whole, where they act like there's only one path to success when it comes to VTubing. Or at least they did. Not so much these days. It's starting to kind of get a little more clear that you don't have to sign with them. But for the longest time, it was as if there was only one path to success in the space, which was signing with an agency, where they basically give you a career. They grow you through their network. They give you all the tools to grow, but they basically own you. And I know the argument a lot of people make is, well, they gave you your career. You do owe them like 90% of the money that you generate. That makes sense. Without them, you were nothing. And I just think that is completely delusional. I think you've been brainwashed to think that. It's a little different nowadays where so many people are doing really well independent. There are so many independent VTubers that are crushing it, and a lot of formally contracted
Kenji signed
talent
to any
for
of these
agencies have
agencies
left
yet?
to be indie and are still doing really well. So it's being proven that you don't need these agencies to succeed as a VTuber. And I understand, like, you know, they do help speed up the growth of the career because then they just plug and play to like their network and just have eyes on you by default. But from everything I've seen, it just never really seems worth the trade-off. Like, you never get a better deal. So like, let's say you start with them and then you explode and become the biggest VTuber in the world. All the ones I've seen, the contracts don't scale with that success, so
That's
you
actually
still
crazy.
are locked into a bad deal.
That's
And now the
actually
agency just
insane.
makes a killing off of your success, and you kind of stay in the same spot, more or less.
That's fucking
like, it just
disgusting.
doesn't ever really feel worth it to do that when you can still be very successful without these agencies. And it just sucks to see that it is still so common that these agencies are greedy scumbags, like in this case here with Vshojo, apparently. But anyway, I just wanted to yap about this a bit. That's about it.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, so that was the first one. Let's do this second one. The company is collapsing.
I wanted to wait for Vshojo's response before giving an update to this whole story, but with the way things have developed over the last 24 hours here, I'm not confident we'll ever get a response from them because I don't think there's going to be anyone left at the company for that. It has been a complete collapse of this company, and it is still radio silence from Vshojo here, and I've just got to give you this update because it is crazy what's happened. In a nutshell, Vshojo was, I'm going to use past tense because this shit is in the dirt right now.
Damn.
It has been fucking blasted to Valhalla. Vshojo was an agency that represented some of the biggest VTubers in the space, especially in the English-speaking VTuber space, which is a huge market responsible for millions of dollars being generated to the Vshojo company. And yesterday, where she explains why she is also leaving, and it's because they owe her a significant amount of charity that Iron Mouse raised for charity that Vshojo was supposed to be responsible for donating on her behalf. Clog at the office, but they're very excited to get to it. And other creators under the VTuber agency have come forward with similar horror stories
there was
here
more
about the
people
way
that
that
came
they
forward? I
handled
thought-
finances, where some of them
I thought they were just leaving. I didn't know more people had more shit to say. Oh my god.
also are owed a significant amount of money that they haven't been paid. So it seems like Vshojo treats payment to their talent the same way I treat changing the oil in my car. I'll get to it eventually. It's not that big a deal. Just keep kicking the can down the road, and eventually my fucking car is just going to break down, and I'm going to be tight. I'm going to be real mad. And much like what's going to happen to my car because I just keep procrastinating the oil change, this company has completely broken down now. From everything I have seen, every VTuber that was represented by Vshojo, all of the ones I can find, have either already packed their bags and left or announced that they are leaving. I have yet to find a single person that's like digging their heels into the ground, lat spreading and saying, I'm staying with Vshojo, baby. I'm keeping here. This is my ship, and I'm sailing with the crew. I have not found a single VTuber that is standing by them because it's a pretty indefensible thing that they are accused of here, and they haven't shed any light on their side of things yet. Which, admittedly, it has been a pretty short period of time.
There's
but with so many
there's
people
not. You don't need that much time to write up in a response, bro. Especially with those type of accusations, bro. There's no take your time with that, nigga. You already took enough time not donating them niggas their shit. You already
similar encounters and similar stories about Vshojo. It feels very unlikely that there's any wiggle room for some kind of justified reason why they've been withholding payments and not donating what they owe to charity. It feels like it's kind of, you know, checkmate here. I don't think a response would save them in any way, but I mean, maybe they could shed some crazy light here on like what's going on and why. I don't really know, but no one's even waiting for that because of how diabolical it is. And if you go to their website right now and like try and buy merch, it's just taken offline.
Damn.
Like you can't even do that anymore. So it really seems.
So you know you've acknowledged what's going on because you're not even allowing people to buy things. It's not even like y'all are in the dark. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all taking shit down so you can't purchase, but you're not addressing the situation. There's no way you're just gonna let this blow over. This is not. There's no blowing over with this.
Seems like this company is fucked. It reminds me of from Call of Duty 4. 50,000 VTubers used to create here. Now it's a ghost town, and it's Vshojo's office. Real quick though, I want to give you like a bit of good news that's come from all of this.
Oh, I did
Iron Mouse did a Tiltify link in the description, and that's been shared a lot from a lot of people that want to support because the charity that she was raising money for never saw the money that she earned for them. And since this blew up, the Tiltify link has exploded,
I did see that.
and over $600,000 is being donated to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which I think is very, very nice. I think that is great. So at least something positive.
They hit $1 million recently. Oh my god, you know what I'm saying? And see, like, it's just so crazy how you tried to get off on these people, and they did double. It ended up doing double of what the fuck is needed. So now your shit's in the gutter. You still do owe them $500,000, and now they got an extra $1 million on top of it. So give them their money because they're still owed that. They're still owed that. So get them their shit. Crazy part is both Vshojo management office in Japan and the talent haven't been paid since September of last year. The fuck? Oh, see, yeah, absolutely not. Nobody's having access to my money but me, bro. I'm sorry. I can't. They will die. Niggas die for shit like that. You got me all the way fucked up.
Has come from this, but overall it's just like a really sad set of circumstances because of how many people are now going to be out of a job, because I don't see how Vshojo has some kind of triumphant bounce back like a phoenix rising from the ashes here, because it's not even ashes, it's actually just like feces. Like it'd be like, you know, the swamp monster rising from my septic tank. There is really nothing they could do to ever get their reputation back, unless somehow all of them are lying, which I just don't think is possible. I don't think that's the case. I want to show you another VTuber that actually confronted the CEO of Vshojo's Japan branch live on stream about how she was also not getting the payments she was owed for quite some time.
First of all, I was already planning to leave Vshojo this month.
Damn, 1 million
specifically,
subscribers?
On the 31st.
Okay.
Because Vshojo hasn't paid a significant amount of money.
Oh my.
To me too.
っていうところはあったんですけれども、
So did you just say that Vshojo JP itself was doing good?
そうですね。
Wait, what?
In finances too?
そうですね。
You haven't paid me.
This was a pretty wacky stream. This shit goes insano style. Her confronting the CEO of this company, her boss, live on stream, and also the fact that her boss agreed to do it in the first place blows my mind. That is baffling. Like, humiliation rituals aren't this brutal.
That CEO confirmed they were doing good, but not that. So that was the... You got on there and literally just said they have no reason. It wasn't like the company was in the dirt. It wasn't... If the company is doing fine, where the fuck is everybody's money at? That made it worse. You literally actively made it worse.
But here he is, and she is not holding anything back. She is not pulling punches. She's not sugarcoating things. It is a smackdown, and it is raw.
Japan brands can't pay because they don't have the
I
okay
quit
from
Vshojo
the-
today.
はい。
Vshojo 辞めます今日。
はい。
はい、31日予定でしたけど、今日辞めます。I quit. This is very wrong. ローさん。
はい。
Very, very wrong. You're telling me that Vshojo JP was doing good? Looked like, at least.
はい。
Doing good.
払っていたとしても、ケイソンに払っていたとしても大丈夫だったっていう感じですね。
You're telling me you could have paid me?
そういうことです。
Then where is it? Where is it? I want it now. Oh.
Damn, radio fucking silent.
Did you just die? What?
いや、
Yeah.
What a fascinating
Oh my
conversation
God.
here. So, the Japan branch CEO claims that the Japan branch was doing fine, and they could have paid her. but they didn't.
Like what?
We could have done it,
You
but
know,
we decided not to. What? Big whoop. You want to fight about it?
like
So
no
what?
reason.
So as I understand it, he is saying that while they were thriving, they could have afforded to pay her what she was owed, but from what I've gathered, their hands were kind of tied because the English branch was struggling when it comes to their finances, which apparently caused a disconnect here where they couldn't pay the talent in the Japan branch because the goobers on the...
Here's my fucking thing. All right, like, hear me out. Let's talk. You can't pay your talent, right? Let me big screen. You're telling me, let me zoom in. You're telling me these people make money, these VTubers make money. You guys touch the money first, but you can't give them a percentage of the money that they already made. It's not like the money hasn't been made. It's not like it's not there, right? It's there. The money is there because it's already been made. All you do is take your 10, 15, 20% off top and give them the rest. You're telling me you got all the money and you can't give them nothing of the money that was already made. That's like, I need a reference. That's like having this is everything that was made, right? And you just supposed to take the top off, hand them the bottom half. You're telling me once you got handed this, you don't have it no more? Where the fuck did it go? Where did it go? I know you got handed this. I know somebody gave this to you. Because I told them to give it to you. I seen what it was. I told them, I said, give that to them, and then they're gonna give me a piece. Give this to them, they're gonna give me a piece. They handed it to you, but you don't have my piece. Where the fuck is my piece? See, this is what I don't like, chat. This is what I don't like. Cause this is why I choose to take my stuff, give me my shit, and I'll hand out pieces as I wish. Cause ain't nobody gonna take what's mine and then hand me a piece of what's mine. You got me fucked up.
English side of things were floundering. That's my understanding of it from everything I've read about all of this. But either way, the brass tacks of it is a lot of talent wasn't getting paid, allegedly.
You got me
and
fucked
as
up.
you just saw, she quit right to his face. Just actually said, I'm fucking out. Where's my money? Put it right here. Set this shit in my hand. Put the money in my hand right now, or I'm leaving. Okay, I can't help but notice there's here. I'm out. So she left, and literally every VTuber I can find that was with Vshojo has also left. This was a speedrun corpo death here.
Damn.
This was a snowball that turned into an avalanche that turned into a fucking
just some people
meteor
you
that
don't play with,
blasted
bruh.
Vshojo's headquarters and annihilated them like the...
Like, it's so fucked up, and I hate to say this. There's some people you could have got away with fucking them over. I'm not gonna lie. There's a good amount of people that are probably not that big. You could have got away with fucking them over. You try to fuck over the quite possibly the biggest creator you have. One of the biggest VTubers out right now. The face of your brand. If it was a nigga that maybe averaged 1,000 viewers, had 500K, you probably could have got that off. But you're going to fuck over the person that has 4+ million subs, that broke the sub record, that actively, it was public, it was news that she broke the record So she did it for the fucking charity, and that's the thing you're gonna try to take. Oh, you're an idiot. You're not that smart.
Dinosaurs. It went fast. It really reminds me of a classic blunder in the corporate world online with Artisan Builds. Anyone remember Artisan Builds?
Oh, I remember that company. That was that PC company. Yo, chat, you know, actually they were sponsoring me for a while. I didn't have like I wasn't a partner with them. I was an affiliate, so I can get affiliate links with those niggas. I had an affiliate link with those niggas before all that shit happened. Isn't she the most viewed person? I think one of the biggest streamers. Yeah, I'm not 100% on how big, but yeah, this is actually crazy.
Kind of like the top dog when it came to system integrators online. Well, one of the top dogs. They were a huge player, tens of millions of dollars worth of like revenue, and then one stream, the CEO let his mask slip a little too much, and he showed that he was a douchebag. I'm talking turbo Redditor loser douchebag.
I forgot what he did.
They were doing a giveaway. The giveaway winner was a smaller streamer.
Oh, and yeah. For some reason, and bro, the nigga won. He was like, yeah, I'm not giving it to you. You need at least this amount of views or something like that to win the PC. Actively online. Like, nigga, are you stupid?
And he stuck up their nose at them, insulting them, making a big stink about it. Like, oh, you're just way too small. Yikes. Ooh, look who just won this giveaway. A fucking plebeian? Ooh, yucky. Pew.
2K followers is under my threshold. 3 days ago is within my threshold. Long streams, which is good. An Artisan Builds GIF panel. See if you have redeeming qualities.
Bro, and what's so crazy about this is none of this was required when entering the giveaway. You just started making this shit up after the nigga won. You just didn't want to give that PC to them because they were a smaller person.
He's personally bought 10 PCs. I guess
Could be international.
Watching that clip back still makes my skin crawl. It is so cringe. It is awful. Even saying, like, let's see if you have any redeeming qualities. Oh my god. But this clip is infamous. It sank the whole company.
Playground rules.
Moment was the stake driven through the vampire's heart. It killed Artisan Builds overnight. Everybody left that company, obviously myself included, and it died that day. The same phenomenon has just now happened to Vshojo. Within 24
like
hours,
these, I don't know why, but these companies like just really don't have any fucking morals. They play so dirty and grimy and just expect people to be okay with that.
Seems to have left this agency. I don't think there's any chance for it to make some kind of miraculous comeback. Didn't work for Artisan Builds, and I don't foresee Vshojo having some kind of like silver bullet here, some kind of ace up their sleeve that would like save them in any capacity, because now too many people are aware that they're not a good company. There were things that were very wrong with this organization, and some of the talent that people love, some of their most beloved creators, were mistreated by them and misled by them. And I certainly didn't expect it to be this quick. Knowing what I know about VTuber agencies, their contracts are more like hostage negotiations than they are like partnership agreements. I thought for sure Vshojo would have clauses in there that would prevent people from just leaving like this and then, like, you know, publicly insulting them and divulging information about why like this. But I'm happy I was wrong here, and that the talent does have the freedom to both keep their IP and explain why they're leaving and leave when they want. That's very nice that they weren't locked down, like shackled to Vshojo, where they could like shut them up and like try and control the narrative. As I said in the last video,
how many people
Vshojo is one of the very few VTuber agencies that I wasn't super privy to the behind the scenes work and the contracts that they do. So I guess the claim was right about freedom, where they do actually have like pretty breathable contracts that is allowing
think
them to just
everyone-
leave like
Oh my
this.
God.
That is a good thing. I bet they're pretty upset about it. They're probably feeling very sore,
Well,
not trying to
17 to
lock
6.
them
Oh
down
my
and like
God.
prevent bad mouthing the company and poo-pooing on Vshojo on the way out, like many other VTuber agencies have built into their contracts. Again, not going to get too deep into the specifics, but this is something you probably won't see happen to any other VTuber agency. So I guess it really was true that they did have pretty breathable contracts. And it's nice to see that the
fraud.
talent
Yeah, it's
is
fraud.
using that freedom to let their voices be heard and not want to associate with a company that they don't support anymore for some very scummy practices. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update to this because this was
That
pretty
shit's crazy.
shocking to see how quickly it all just collapsed for Vshojo. This was a company that was worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. They had like 4 of the top 10 English-speaking VTubers under their umbrella. Now they have nothing.
Damn.
It's pretty crazy. And it's not like it was all because of Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse was just like the lightning rod that allowed other content creators to feel confident enough to share their stories as well. And it became very clear that Vshojo wasn't a company that most people wanted to associate with.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's really about it.
So yeah. Hey, W video. Jesus. Yo, these niggas is they're predatory.